Welcome, welcome, Coach BK. I'm going to show you a technique that is going to help you to stretch out the area between your hip crest and your rib cage. So that area gets super, super tight because it is designed to do that. It is designed to keep your heavy torso attached to your hip crest, your hip girdle, and the only bony structure in the middle is your spine. So if you have unbalanced hips, you have a habit of standing to one side all the time, one side of your back is shorter than the other, and so that's part of the reason why we have a lot of IT band issues. It's not the IT band's fault, he's just getting overstretched because one hip is higher than the other. Because the back muscles and the oblique muscles get so tight, they're designed to be like that, and it's hard to stretch them out because they are in a small space between your rib cage and your hip crest. So it's hard to get at. I'm going to show you one method that works for me. It's a little fun. You have to go into it easy, and it'll feel very uncomfortable, but if you get used to it and kind of maneuver around a little bit, that's fine. I use a number of ways to do this. You need a tool of sorts to get in between there. I'll show you what I've been using. So I'm using a kettlebell. The other thing that works is in the gym, like a 10-pound weight that you would put on a bar, hopefully with rounded edges and some of that plastic on it. That works the best. I don't have one right now, but I'll show you using a kettlebell. You'll get the idea. Half a sec. Here we go. So this is not a pleasant activity, but it really helps. And what we're talking about is stretching this area through here. So between your hip crest and your rib cage. See how small it is right there? I did find a weight and see how it's thin. So what I do, you get into a plank type position, and I'm, supporting my leg over here. And so this weight is in between my hip crest and my rib cage. And I'm sort of trying to relax down. My back is really tight. I just ran, I don't know, a bit. And that's where you can get some stretching. And you can roll to the back and move it around and like start right at the hip crest and kind of lay into it and let it kind of sink down, or you can roll forward. If you do much abs or your back is super tight, you'll notice that it's pretty tight. It's kind of uncomfortable, and it does that. So you'd want to do it on a yoga mat. I said, a kettlebell, you could do the same activity, right? Oh, that works much better. So there you go. I'm stretching. If you got froggy, you could stretch and then kind of arch your back the other way. So that's a way to get some stretching all through deep inside in the obliques. All of those muscles. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's what we're talking about. We need help. Here we go. So Sam, right? What we're talking about is this area between, here we go, here and here, okay? There's a lot of soft tissue going on in here to connect this heavy stuff to this kind of basic stuff. I mean, you have this is why these lumbar discs are so big. They're not meant to rotate, but they are vulnerable, and so all of your soft tissue around here fascially gets very set in place to help you stand upright. So, kind of functionally, what we're talking about is hip bones, so here, and then you're talking about this area all through here, and then your back, all of these the back muscles get pretty tight. Your obliques are in here. Your trans abs are right here. All of this stuff. So my ribs are right here. My hip crest is right here. So we're talking about this area. And a lot of the times people are, this is an exaggeration, but like that. So that's kind of a missing element. That stretching is a missing element of getting the hips balanced out. You could do all the strength work you wanted, but until you go and do that type of work to get equal length on the back on both sides, you'll always struggle with IT band issues, SI issues, hip issues, because that back pulls that hip up. Anyway, give it a try.